Hey guys, good evening. Good evening. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. This is kind of an impromptu one, just to use setup now. I'm just going to start doing this through StreamYard. I'm just going to, I'll see how I am, see how we are with numbers, see what it is we get people on. But I'm just going to talk a little bit about what happened last Friday. It was this SmackDown at Madison Square Garden. Always good when SmackDown goes back to the Garden. It really is. There's a special atmosphere there in Madison Square Garden, the New York crowd. I mean, most arenas when I was a kid, I could never really tell the difference. They all looked the same. But MSG, when you've got, like the small entrance way and that, it's quite cool and quite different how close and up front the fans can get, to the wrestlers. SmackDown, I just watched parts of it, but the whole, Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony, and then, with Heyman coming out there, and in the end, he didn't acknowledge Solo as the tribal chief, and then they beat the crap out of him. And to some people, maybe were surprised at some of the, still 58 years old, Heyman's still taking a few bumps. I think overall, Heyman, though, yeah, from what I saw, the acting was really good. Really emotional and very good performance. Even though Heyman can be very OTT at times, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I mean, there was a whole thing with Heyman. He hadn't dyed his hair, what little hair he has left. he he hadn't shaved in days, and there was a whole thing like he wasn't sleeping, and his eyes were real red. I don't know what happened. If he just took all these onions right up to his eyes before he went out there, because there was a footage of when he was backstage, right before it, and he didn't have red eyes. So that, I don't think that was like people saying, "Oh, Heyman stayed up for days and days so you could have that real blood red shot eyes." I don't think that was the case. Something was done, some makeup thing to get it like that. But overall, it was a good performance. And the pop when he said, "Oh, I don't acknowledge you as my tribal chief," the pop that got, and then boom, it was a Samoan spike, and then it was a splash, a headbutt, whatever, and then they did the triple power bomb. Yeah, to a lot of people, that was like a big shocker right there that he took the triple power bomb through the announce table, and 58 years old. I thought Heyman kind of stopped doing that. He didn't for a while. He doesn't really take that many bumps. I know he did take an F5 through the announce table a couple of years ago, but he doesn't really do it that often, right? So I mean, where will this go now with the Bloodline? I mean, some people are saying that it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. I don't know. I mean, from some people are teasing that it could be Orton and Cody, and there could be a feud there. Maybe Orton will turn heel on Cody, or maybe it'll be face v face. I don't know if they're going to go with Cody Rhodes, Solo Sikoa. Maybe some people may be thinking in the end that, I don't know, what, maybe Jimmy Uso would return at SummerSlam, screw Solo out the title. I don't know, since he screwed over his twin brother Jay last year. Now he's going to screw over his other brother Solo. They're brothers. Maybe they'll do it like that. I don't know. So I just wonder where this is going to lead to. I wonder, because it's very much this long-term booking now with Triple H and WWE. This isn't like all the hot shotting face heel going back and back to back, like with very quickly, like from Russo Attitude Era time. Things have changed, right? But I mean, you still get a few different changes with all the different heel face turns with this people in the Bloodline, out of the Bloodline. I don't know if now they're thinking about doing the War Games elimination match, the Survivor Series, and maybe the plan will be to do the Bloodline. It'll be the Haku's two sons, Solo and Jacob Fatu, against Roman, Jimmy, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn. Maybe that is going to be the original Bloodline. The OGs are going to reunite to take on the U Bloodline. I think that's maybe where that could be going. Anyone else, if you're coming in, let me know. Give me your take. Where do you think the whole Bloodline storyline is going to go? And also, let me know. Give me your take on the whole what's going on right now with the whole storylines with what your thoughts on Roman when he's going to come back. What you thought about Paul Heyman, well, those crazy bumps he took last Friday in SmackDown. Yeah, feel free to give me a comment if you're popping in. I think I don't know. I mean, Roman's going to get a huge pop. It's already been now for weeks. We want Roman. We want Roman. And you got Heyman, all the, Heyman breaking down in tears. It's pretty funny, right? It's pretty funny to see. And yeah, I mean, Heyman is a little over the top at times, and it's been the same old promos with Heyman. It's the "My name is Paul Heyman" and that whole shtick. But I must say, from what I saw from that segment at the Garden, he was great. He was fantastic in that. And again, the pop was something else. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's a little bit OTT the way he acts, like he's so afraid of his life around these guys. Like, I understand, I get it, because it was the whole thing of like Solo took out Jimmy, right? He very much he would have a close relationship with, he was very fond of, maybe even say he loves, for real, not even just in storyline. That could be, I understand it from that point of view, but the whole thing, Paul Heyman's been stabbing people in the back and going behind people for years, he's been doing that for ages, right? And do you not think in the end, like, the ultimate, fuck you would be he does turn on Roman and he goes with the U Bloodline guys and he gets behind them? And then that would be the old typical Paul Heyman, the slimy, slithering scumbag that nobody can trust in the end, right? He's the ultimate liar, master manipulator. I don't know. They're going to go it like that now, and he'll just be there and he'll stick by the original Bloodline. I'm guessing that's probably how they're going to do it. I don't know if any of you guys you think differently. Give me your take, leave a thoughts on this. The Bloodline, it's been going on forever, But nah, a lot of good shit though. To be fair, a lot of good shit with the Bloodline. Just trying to still navigate this whole thing for StreamYard, right? But it's not too bad. Not rocket science. But another thing, well, have some people on. I think the Liv Morgan Dominic storyline is quite interesting. And again, that's what keeps you watching, right? You want to see what happens next week. So that's been quite entertaining, right? There's so many different directions they could go with a storyline, right? I mean, you could even have in the end, Liv Morgan and Dominic, they actually develop feelings for one another and kind of like fall in love. You could go it from that direction. You could go it from the direction of that in the end, she takes the place of Rhea Ripley as the female in the Judgment Day, and they kick Rhea Ripley to the curb. You could go it from that direction. Or you could do it from the direction that this has been something in the works the whole time, and it's been masterminded by Liv Morgan and Finn Balor. And then in the end, you could have it. You could have it like Dominic starting to develop feelings for Liv, and just like when it looks like they're about to get together, boom, she slaps him, she low blows him, then Balor takes him out, and then they leave together and they make out, whatever, something like that, right? I mean, they've been dropping these teases that it looks like something's going on there with Finn Balor, right? That Finn Balor, he came out of a car very early on when they were doing those teases with Liv Morgan. And then there was the whole thing of him, the room key. He removed that, remember? The hotel key, room key. So maybe there's something going on there with Finn Balor, and they're just dropping us little clues. So there's a few different directions that's going in, and it'd be interesting to see what happens there. But I think in the end, when you think about it, right? I mean, she's probably going to return soon, Rhea Ripley. If she can return for SummerSlam, then good, because maybe it could be a few weeks before that. She then returns. She goes to beat the crap out of Liv. Dominic tries to hold her back. Then she shoves Dominic down, decks him. So that will be a big moment there, I guess, when Rhea Ripley finally, gets her hands on Liv Morgan. So that will be very interesting. And so that's a couple of things that are interesting, but there's not much with WWE. I'm a big fan. I watch things every now and then, but I'm not following for everything that's going on right now. But I just wonder what's going to happen with Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. So the stipulations are that if Seth loses the match at the pay-per-view, that he can never compete for the world title ever again. If Finn Balor, if Damian Priest loses, he has to leave the Judgment Day. That's the stipulations, right? So I wonder, this is what I think might happen, right? I think what will happen is that Seth Rollins will win, but he'll win by disqualification. If he wins by disqualification, he doesn't win the championship, but then he wins the match. So then Damian Priest is forced to leave Judgment Day. And I think what could happen is that it will be Finn Balor that will get Priest disqualified. He'll jump Rollins. Rollins wins, but he doesn't win the title. But then he wins the match, so Priest leaves Judgment Day. And this is Finn Balor looking to become the new leader of the Judgment Day. I was Priest that way. I think that's where it's going to go. That's my prediction. I don't know if anybody else has been predicting that, but that's maybe where I think this is going to go. I don't know what will happen afterwards with Priest. If he'll get in a feud with Balor and then turn babyface. He's kind of already turning into one, I feel. That's maybe where it's going to go. But if that happens, that wouldn't surprise me. Just for some reason, that's where I feel it's going to go. The Smart Mark fans that might not be happy at the pay-per-view that you get a DQ finish, but again, you've got to think storyline, and it's been quite this thing with, again, the Liv Dominic thing's been interesting. It's kind of interesting to see what will happen next with the Bloodline thing. When's Roman going to return? But yeah, that's another prediction I've got though. I could see it being the original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline War Games Survivor Series match. That's my prediction there for that. But yeah, with this streamline thing, I'm just going to get used to using that because I've got a guest coming on tomorrow, but I will get that advertised for later. Just seeing what. Just one moment. Yeah. But Heyman, I wonder when Heyman's ever going to retire. Do you think he'll be still taking bumps when he's 63, 64, 65? Heyman's a crazy motherfucker, right? But he picked that up from the ECW days, I guess, right? Yeah. And when will they have Roman come back? Will he come back? Will he come back? Would a pay-per-view be the right time to come back and get that huge pop, or would it just be another SmackDown? I don't know. Either way, it's going to be a huge pop regardless. Maybe for the real loud pop, it would be the pay-per-view, right? Not just at some random, SmackDown in Tacoma, Washington or whatever. You really want to save it for a special moment, a special place, I think, with Roman coming back. And it's almost like now, I guess Roman's just going to automatically be a babyface, right? He's just going to show up, stare a hole at all the new Bloodline, and then probably just take them all out. Superman punch, maybe spear one or two, Solo runs out the ring. I could see something like that happening. But yeah, these are a couple, I guess, we'll make it interesting. Again, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out that it was, Solo was taking orders from The Rock. He looks at The Rock as a tribal chief, and The Rock's been ordering these guys to do that. Maybe where they'll go with it, and they'll still be thinking down the line of doing this Rock Roman match for the head of the table. Would they do that? I'll tell you, that's the match I wanted to see. I wanted to see Roman and The Rock fight. Maybe we'll still get it. Who knows, right? That's really going to be for a WrestleMania match. I don't think it could be certainly not a regular show on SmackDown. I don't even know if that would be a SummerSlam match. That's probably going to be a WrestleMania matchup right there, for the head of the table. I'm still getting used to this stuff here. StreamYard. Very used to this. I think that's just going to be now, guys. I just wanted to test this out. going to have a guest, a very good guest tomorrow. The plan is that we're going to have a conversation around 10 p.m. I will have something. I will post something else later on that. But this is just a short video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that stuff about Paul Heyman, what happened with the Bloodline, just test this out. But that's me for now, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Anything you want me to get into, please leave a comment. Let me know if there's stuff that you like me to talk about. But just wanted to start testing out this with the new live stream through StreamYard. But that's me for now, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers.